Hi, my name's Michael Ian Cedar from the blog, thelegacyofyou.com, and we're here in one of the busiest hubs in the world, Grand Central Station, New York City. Welcome and thanks for tuning in to the pilot episode of the Legacy of You video blog. My name is Michael Ian Cedar from the Legacy of You. Thelegacyofyou.com is a place where people who live to inspire other people come to learn and communicate about the ways that they inspire other people. What better place to start off our video blog talking about the creative spirit, that creative source inside of yourself, than at one of the busiest terminals in the world, Grand Central Station. We've got thousands, if not hundreds of thousands to millions of people flowing through here every single day. And what's most concerning to me is a poll by the Gallup group, as well as a lot of other polls that I've read as well, have similar data. Only 13% of the workforce is actually engaged in what they do. 87% of the people walking through here right now going to work, the work they do is not fulfilling to them. And that's a problem to me. Imagine a world where everybody did something that had meaning to them. How different of a world would that be? The number one way to get to doing something that's meaningful to you is connecting to your source. Now, what is source? Some people call, everyone gives source a different name. Some people call name source a spiritual property. Some people say that source is something that is just a byproduct of their community and the way that they got conditioned. Some people call source their higher purpose. Some people call source a higher power. It doesn't matter where you believe your source comes from or how you define it. What matters is that you believe that you have something unique inside of yourself that needs to come out to be shared. To be able to get that unique voice out of yourself is number one, you've got to start defining what is it. It doesn't mean you have to commit to it. You don't have to get married to it, because over time, your source is going to evolve. That unique voice in you is going to evolve. The things that I did when I was a teenager are different than the things that I do now. And the mediums I did when I was a teenager and the mediums that I do now, they're different. But at the end of the day, there's probably one underlying thing that's your driving force, and that is your source. So the number one thing to actually get that source out is to commit, to make a decision. And what's awesome is if you look back at the word decision, the word decision comes from a Latin word which means to cut off from. If you make a decision to stop smoking or to stop eating fried food, it means you're cutting off from the ability to smoke. You're cutting off from the ability to actually have fried food. You're cutting off from relationships that are bad for you. And the reason that I'm gonna be riding your legacy like this is because it's important to me that we make decisions that are only appealing to that unique voice in yourself. Now, I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not saying jump ship. I'm saying we need to start making decisions that are in line with who you are. If you wake up in the morning and you don't want to go to work on a regular basis, or you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do the things that you normally do, it means there's a disconnect right now with what's important to you and what you're actually doing. You more than likely are going to be able to take what you're doing right now and start applying after we work together and after we spend some time together here at thelegacyofyou.com. You're going to be able to start applying some of the things that are meaningful to you into what you're currently doing. I didn't make up the quote, but don't die with the music inside of you. That's the premise of the Legacy of You. So I'm going to leave you with this. At the end of every single video blog, I'm going to ask a series of questions that I want you to answer. Answer them in the comments section. You can email it to me at kickass@thelegacyofyou.com. So question number one. What is the source inside of you? What's that uniqueness inside of you? What makes you unique in all of the world? Number two, what decision are you gonna make today, right now, to bring that source to life, to make things happen? What are you gonna cut out, and what are you going to commit to right now? So those are the two questions, and I want you to respond. And the second part of the exercise is, I want you to share your answers and what you got out of today's video blog with at least one person. At least one person. Go share it with somebody.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Mark Zuckerberg, he's got that source nailed, man. He's got it nailed. He knew what that unique voice was inside of him. Good job, man. Good job, Mark.